impromptu, not on the schedule. Let me ask Jim Wells to walk up here. Jim Wells is like to me, and I'm sorry I don't want to name this guy's name, but maybe Dr. Bernice knows. When Dr. King was alive, there was a man who was CEO of Coca-Cola. I don't recall his name at the moment, but I do recall the story. Woodruff. And when Dr. King won the Nobel Peace Prize, the business community in Atlanta refused to honor him. And Coca-Cola's CEO said, well, just give me a minute. I know you're cutting deals. Just give me a minute. 50 years later, you're still cutting deals. It's a really important story. Because leadership don't just happen. And leaders are not just popped out and they get support and get applause. This thing is rough. He won the Nobel Peace Prize. He came home. The people in Atlanta refused to honor him. The CEO of Coca-Cola said, if you don't honor this man, we're going to move out of Atlanta. Wow. We're going to move Coca-Cola out of Atlanta. Why? We're a global supply chain company. This man's won the most important award in the world. If you don't want to honor this man, this shows me how backwards you really are. And we're not going to live we're not going to operate and call our headquarters a backward city. So you make up your mind. They honored him, the place was sold out. But it didn't just happen. It's called leadership. When I got a call from Reverend Raphael Warnock, Ambassador Young told me to move to Atlanta, he said the weather's just like California. That's the guy's story. The guy's a great salesman. I believe him. Whether it's not like California, I love it. I moved to Atlanta, and I'm trying to hide behind Ambassador Young. Let him do his thing. I'm just going to be the place where I'm going to operate from. His daughter said, I get a call. His daughter calls me, Andrea Young and Bo Young. I need to go see our pastor at Ebenezer Church. Now, let me just postscript this. They don't go to Ebenezer Church. I didn't know that. Go see Reverend Warnock. Reverend Warnock hems me up in the corner. We want you to open a Hope Center. Let me tell you, this is all God. You don't just roll up in Ebenezer Church and say, I want to do anything. I would never think about opening a location here unless I was invited. The pastor hems me up and says, I want you to, by the way, this is 2009. Anybody know what happened in 2009 economically? Everything was in the toilet. People were wondering whether they're going to be barter and trading eggs. He says, I want you to open a Hope Center. I'm building this place next door. I'm calculating in my mind $5 million. I said, Reverend Warnock, I don't know how I'm going to get that kind of money. I don't think I can do this. And he said, well, this is what Dr. King would want. Oh, come on, man. So all I can say, Reverend Dr. Bernice King, is where would I be without your father? So I said yes. I didn't know how I was going to fulfill it. I left here, and as God is my witness, I called Steve Bartlett, CEO of the Financial Services Roundtable, and I said, Steve, I've been asked to open a Hope Center at Ebenezer Church. I need $5 million. All I heard was, beep. He didn't hang up, but it was a really long silence. He listened to me. He hung up. He said, let me call you back. He called back and said, I mean, it must have been 2 hours later. We got your first $1 million. Now, now the business plan, now the proposal. This was the worst economic climate since the Great Depression. Bankers are getting piled on and say they ain't worth nothing. One man made a decision that then created $1 million commitment from LPL Financial, $1 million commitment from State Farm, $500,000 from Wells Fargo, $750,000 from MasterCard, and by the way, all these Hope Inside and 51-7, none of this would have happened if this hadn't happened. That first commitment, within 2 hours, without knowing a thing about me, although he did check me out quickly, God, I did not know. Yeah, God, good God, and I did not know him. But on reputation, on facts, and on the right thing to do, a man named Jim Wells, then chairman and CEO of SunTrust Banks, said yes to $1 million and made this real. Can you please tell him thank you?
Capitalism, free enterprise, and the only way forth will work is for individuals to know. That's it. Education system is not teaching what needs to be taught. And those of us at the bank live with this all the time. The reality is, if we can teach enough people, the word spreads enough, the whole economic tenor of the country will change.
Came in just for this. I didn't know, no ask no VIP, didn't ask for Sparkler, didn't ask for a seat. He was sitting there in the back, all right, just chilling. Now, Bill Rogers came in, his predecessor, CEO, could have said, this ain't my thing. And John, you're on your own. Bill Rogers is now leading the charge to move this movement for Hope Inside across the country. And Dan Maheron, who's in the back room somewhere, is helping do that. I want to thank Dan. Come in here, Dan. Dan is an honorary black man. See how he's great man, Dan. Let me tell you why I love these particular white folks. They're my kind of white folks. They're not actually white. They're blacker than we are in some way. Let me tell you what, next to the universal color, green. Let me tell you why I love them. I went to Jim, and I'm done. Jim Clifton, the CEO of Gallup. He's a hardcore Republican. I went to him, he had 2 honorary doctorate degrees on his wall from 2 HBCUs. And Dr. King, I said, why do you like black people so much? He said, I really don't. I said, Jim, I'm going to give you one more chance. This is a layup now. This isn't easy. Now, you're a hardcore Republican. You're a billionaire. You own Gallup. I'm trying to make you look good. You got HBCUs on the wall. You got the right pictures. You got a couple black people on your wall, a couple Hispanics. You're doing good. I'm going to give you one more chance. Jim, well, I'm trying. Jim, why do you like black people so much? He said, I really don't. I just want America to win. I fell in love with him that very minute. That's the right answer. It's not about black or white or orange, purple or turquoise. It's about helping America win. And all of us have a role to play in this new movement that takes her to the next level. I'm proud to say today that we signed an agreement with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that makes us a national outreach partner for the agency that is designed to protect consumers. They have come to the conclusion that no matter how much they do for consumer protection, they need really a lot of consumer empowerment. So they will handle consumer protection, we will have them handle consumer empowerment, and together we will rise. Have a great evening.